happy hour at your guys' place, and we drive over to the bar. I don't know what it's called now because he doesn't even know. He went to a bar.
He just knows that it's a bar.
It used to be called the Three Monkeys. Doesn't know what it's called now. Ooh. Bought that today?
I found it up at Chip. I just found it laying here.
Works.
I'm guessing.
You need some fluid for it because I got some at my house. I mean,
there's fluid in here, so I think
I'm talking about like a canister. I have a whole canister.
Well, I know, like the butane fluid stuff.
I could bring.
Yeah. Next time if you want to. Yeah.
I'm not using it, so.
Yeah, just because I found this just here, and I'm assuming my dad found it and picked it up and just gave it to me instead. But hey. Definitely kind of better than the other lighters because then I could just kind of like do direct hit on that. And even if it's a little clogged, it'll heat up quicker and pull through.
It'll pull through, like you said.
Yeah.
It pushes it through.
Yeah.
I feel good too because I'm looking good. Looking good right now.
Oh yeah.
Very slick. You know?
Yep.
I got the court clothes on.
Your court clothes, having a little slickness.
Yeah, a little slickness.
Nice.
It was there for like 3 minutes.
Just there to make sure things went smooth.
I told Michael in the car, I got mad at him. I was like, you owe me a fucking apology. You made my life shit for like 2 days for no fucking reason.
I mean, honestly, for real.
Going to prison. Dude, you not only did you like
not even have to go to court.
You basically didn't have to go to court. Didn't have to pay no fines.
Nothing. You got off scotch-free for...
Scot-free.
Yeah.
Scot-free, dude.
I mean, that is like the wildest thing to me. It's like, do you think it would have at least...
car for no fucking reason.
Really?
I told you he sold his car yesterday.
Oh my...
He wanted the money, so he had to wait to kill himself with the...
Oh my god, dude! The dude is broken. So
now he's got like 200, a little less than 200 now, because I know he's bought a few beers. But he's like the next week or two, he's gonna be on a bender. He's gonna smoke. He's gonna smoke and drink all that.
Oh yeah. And that money is probably gonna be gone within the week. Knowing his
you're
ass.
Right. I'm just gonna avoid him and let him drink himself to death. And then when he's done drinking, I'll be there like, all right, you done yet? You broke? Okay, you're broke. Okay, go get a doctor's appointment. And
deal with yourself.
Yeah. Those job applications? Yeah, let's follow up on those now.
I mean, no shit. I mean...
I'm not even going to try and he's drunk as fuck. It would be such a bad idea for him to show up.
Oh, no.
Hey,
I like to grip job. Why do you breath smells like alcohol? What? I don't know.
I don't know.
I thought it was like the guy over there.
He stunk so bad. I had to spray him down with cologne.
Oh my god.
Before we left I was like, you're an idiot. It's so irresponsible. Show up before a judge and be drunk.
Where they will notice that. They're like wise. They were wise enough to kind of pick up on that type of shit. It'd be like, Oh,
by the way, say he didn't have it dismissed, it would have just been a plead guilty or not guilty court date. So he's literally freaked out for no reason.
Yeah, and he could just say not guilty because he did nothing guilty.
You say not guilty, then your lawyer and you can talk, and then your lawyer can talk to the DA.
Yeah, or a public defender or whoever.
Your public defender and you would talk, and then your public defender can say, hey, we need to drop this case.
Yeah.
And the DA would say, yeah, I have other shit to deal with. I don't.
Yeah, because this is like meaningless in comparison to a lot of other shit. Even with like more misdemeanor basic shit. Traffic offenses are more important to them than this shit.
He literally made such a big deal
of
nothing.
A drop in
nothing.
Yeah, like the tiniest little drop of like acid on a corner of a.
He said, "You're not getting more."
What?
I've never met he's the most prideful,
egotistical, like selfish piece of shit, dude.
And
what
then
the
he
fuck?
tries to tell me because he embarrassed me at Winco the other day, and I was like, dude, that's not how you handle that socially. Like, you made me and you look bad, and you included me. You spoke for me. Don't speak for me.
What do you do?
He basically said that we're children and losers to this woman, simply because when I was in self-checkout, I stacked up the items like in a stack, like a little rock tower.
Sure.
And she was like, oh, cool little stack. And I was like, yeah. And I was about to be like, we're doing Jenga. Like,
Yeah.
Michael interrupted me to say, "Oh, I'm sorry. We're children. We're children at heart forever. We're a bunch of losers, and we're sorry."
What a fucking weirdo. And also, even if you have like
and then she said, and just walked away like
she didn't even say anything.
She said nothing. She was like, "What the fuck?" And just walked away,
bruh.
And I was just like, "Dude, don't do that shit."
That was
And then
fucked.
he raged, like yelled at me in my own car about it. Called me.
I thought,
you got ego issues because you felt embarrassed. It made you feel bad. Oh, I embarrassed you, made you feel bad. You got ego issues.
Says the guy with ego issues.
Projection, like fucking Trump shit.
Oh my god. Absurd.
Fucking projecting and shit. I don't know. Marcus, you heard Marcus and Harley there when we got. You weren't there actually. That was me.
No, yeah, I wasn't there.
When I first showed up, they're like, "Hey, guess what we're talking about?" I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "We're talking about Michael."
Oh
he's
boy,
a piece of shit. Like,
because I mean,
he's got a very thin bit of rope left.
I mean, seriously,
and no one wants to tolerate this shit anymore.
Yeah, I mean, even if there was like the off chance he had like some like little corner hangout even over here, I would not give him like a thin rope. It'd be like, I just straight up tell him like, hey, if anything happens to you, you're on your own, kind of shit.
All right.
What about the laundry?
Yeah, Janice might do some laundry. So.
Okay, well, what the fuck is in there making like a?
I don't know. It's your shit.
Well, I'm gonna have that door closed. That's what I mean. Not.
There's probably like a
All right, what is that?
snap or a button or something like that.
Could be a hoodie with all the zip up hoodie with all the metal. Is it warm? Is it dry?
With a snap or a button.
You probably could just let it air dry at this point.
I don't know what this fucking thing. Actually, it's kind of warm and semi-dry, so I'll just let chill.
Just let it air dry.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Let the heat take care of it now.
Well, like this thing says, and you already know the driver doesn't shut up.
I don't know why it doesn't do that. Like the
because it's fucked up like everything else in this damn house.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this could be an easy fucking fix.
Dude, our dryer and our washer at my work is broken.
At your work?
Yeah. And they broke like 3 or 4 times the past like 6 months I've been working there.
Oh my god.
Now it's like broken.
Now it's just, oh my god.
My manager has to take all the aprons and like washing rags and stuff.
And take it to her house? Oh my god.
To wash them and dry them now.
Oh my god.
They don't give a fuck about our store because it doesn't produce enough money. So we have the worst shit. Like,
oh my god, dude.
Hey, my manager, she's a bitch, but we're doing better money-wise. Like the
cheesy bread?
Yeah, Domino's, pepperoni, cheesy bread.
Maybe.
Please do not be awake, Michael.
Okay, I'll have a smoke. Contemplate.
Michael.
Was he being another little fuck?
He slept all day.
And now he's awake again. Oh, boy.
What they want that? If he calls again, I'm just be like, "What the fuck, dude? I'm at the gym." just lie. Fucking lie.
I mean, seriously. I mean, dude, like, why in the...
You can't be mad. I'm being healthy.
Yeah, and also, like, I mean, there is no obligation for you to, like, be at his beck and call every 24/7, like, 365, like, every minute on the hour, by the hour kind of bullshit.
You've seen it.
I know, dude. Like, I'll hear that shit go off while we're just chatting. I'm like, I know you're ignoring it, and I'm like, wow.
I told them you need to apologize for being mean to me verbally and via text, because what you've done to me the past couple weeks, couple days has been harassment. Like, that's fucking harassment, dude. You need to fucking, like, you freaked out for no reason. You didn't listen to me. You didn't believe me. I was right.
And also, like,
right.
Yeah. And also,
And
if anything, like, once y'all's move eventually happens and stuff, you could probably legit just file a restraining order on his ass and just be like, you can't be within, like, 100 feet of my property or me.
I don't know if I need to do that, but, like, hopefully I don't have to do that. But
maybe, like, a restraining order on the property at least, like, can't be 100 feet of the property, but if I'm out, whatever, I don't know what the
laws are.
Yeah, at least with restraining order stuff. I'm sure you can have, like, a very specific type.
I told him, honestly, like, it's a win for him. It's not a win for me. I was like, I kind of wanted you to get some fines. Get convicted, get fines.
Something.
You would have to work.
Yeah.
Because then you'd have to have money to pay your monthly fee for your fines.
Yeah.
And because you would be motivated to work, and then you would be a more functional human being.
Yeah.
And that's not going to happen now. Now, instead, you got $200 in your pocket, and you're going to drink yourself to death for like a week or two. And that's going to make my life shittier.
And the lives of your roommates shittier, too. By proxy, and everyone else.
So mad. He literally blew up when you wanted me to be hurt? You wanted to have me be hurt? You wanted me to have to... I was like, yeah, dude, you need to be humbled. Like... And the thing that's going to humble you most is the fucking judicial system. They literally would force your hand.
Yeah.
And he's like, you motherfucker. Like,
and it's like, well, you're lucky that you got off on the most stupidest fucking thing ever. Because if Clark County sheriffs really wanted to be dicks, they would have probably fucked with you a little bit. You were lucky the Milwaukee PD were being douchebags that night.
I'm surprised they refused because it's money. They could have take the case and make
they just would have been like, oh, all right, well, free $50, yeah. It's another thing for our quota, whatever. That's what you think.
They should have done.
Hey, it justifies our quota kind of bullshit. Maybe one less traffic bullshit thing that someone gets fucked on.
That's what they probably should have done.
Yeah.
It's just really lucky.
Seriously.
And I told them about how, like, you know how many second chances and passes and luck, like, you've had throughout the year? Then he's like, goes in, he's like, you want me to go into the past about how I've been unlucky? And starts bringing up all the worst shit that's ever happened to him. I'm just like, yeah, but you're not thinking about all the passes and breaks you've got. Your life could have been a lot worse. Like, I haven't met somebody so damn lucky in my life.
Despite the fucking circumstances, yeah.
So, boy?
Yeah, I think he wants food. Hold on, I can... Oh, I know what he wants. He wants some food, I think. He's got to bring some food.
He's doing that paw.
Yeah.
I mean, give me.
He knows I have beef, chicken, and rice in that one.
Les garçons sont ici. The boys are here.
Je veux travailler. Soir. Un ordinateur. Get more with Super Duolingo.
Yep, those food.
Hungry boy. Hungry
Being
boy.
a little chunk.
Little thick boy.
Even though he's a skinny boy.
He might bulk up next year or two. He's still kind of young.
Yeah. I figured he probably would over time.
Would you be down for some pool?
I mean,
I'd say no. It's fine. I just fine.
Maybe not at least for tonight. Maybe tomorrow, like, see how I
I'll
feel
be
a little better.
Until 1 or 2 a.m. tomorrow. So.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Fuck.
No, that won't work.
Yeah.
And you'll be karaoke on Friday and Saturday. So this might be the best day for some pool.
Yeah, I mean,
see how you feel. Maybe we'll talk about it in a half hour. See, I mean, they're not closing anytime soon, so.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like barely after 10:30.
Yeah, not even late at all. Like,
okay, there we go.
Like, what happens? They break the defense down. Now there's one guy, and he's in between them. So he's got his defender. He's like, well, I either gonna let the little guy lay it up, or I got to guard. I either got to guard the little guy and stop the layup, or I got to let him try and I got to play in between. I got to try and guard both guys. And it's like,
I mean, such a tall dude, he could probably just and be like, "Would you what?
Well,
Should I
no.
pass it to you?"
So little guy's got the ball,
Oh, the little guy got ball.
and the hoop's like there, and then there's a guy right here, and then your big dude's over here flashing, sliding down, and you're just like, dude steps up, you just throw that shit up in the air, and then this big dude just goes and gets it and just dunks it on the motherfucker, puts his nuts in the other dude's face. Like, I'm not joking.
Well, when you're like 7, 8, I mean, yeah, when you jump, yeah, that's gonna probably happen.
So, Chris Paul is just like, I have never had a person this tall. Look at this dude's face. He's just like, what the fuck?
He legit looks kind of intimidated. He's like, whoa.
He just got traded. And he's like, I get to play with this guy?
I know, he's like intimidated, but he's happy because like he's on my team. Oh.
He's like, oh, good.
Oh, good. Don't fuck me up, please. Don't be my enemy.
And the other dude's like, yeah, dude, we're going to do some good shit.
We're going to do good things, my friend.
The tall dude is projected to be the face of the NBA in a few years. Because LeBron James, a bunch of these names you probably know, like James Harden,
Kobe Bryant, etc.
Kobe's dead.
I know, but he's still a big name that people still know despite that.
Face of the NBA right now, like current players. LeBron James is like the face, but LeBron James is 40 years old.
Yeah,
he's not going to be playing in a couple.
Well, I mean,
years.
I would say like they're still kind of like facing a sense of like legacies and like of what has made the NBA what it is, stuff like that. Because a lot of these,
I appreciate that what you're saying there. That's actually very true.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not. Yeah, because it's not just
the legacy behind.
Right. Yeah, because when you mentioned about like Kobe, I was like, well,
we're about to move into a new chapter of basketball because Stephen Curry's. You've heard Stephen Curry.
His name is familiar.
He's like.
I'm pretty sure I've like it wasn't he like with the Blazers at one point. No. Okay.
His brother was Steph Curry.
Steph Curry. Okay.
That's what you're thinking, probably.
Yeah, because I'm familiar with the name.
Anyways, he's probably the greatest shooter that God has ever made. There's a video, I'll show you a video, of him just fucking around, full court shots, where he's like doing this, like shots like this, catapult like.
A catapult him?
Swinging them, and he made 5 in a row from the fucking full court. Not half court, like full court.
Damn. Just launching them.
Dude's the greatest.
That's like,
he must have 20
that's like, some like, I'm a fucking slinger in the medieval days kind of shit. Have you seen like the more traditional form of that type of warfare where they'll spin around and blam, launch that shit, dude.
David and Goliath shit.
Yeah. Which honestly, weirdly enough, that's how when you look at that in its traditional form, and then you hear that, it's like a straight whip and
it's like a gun.
Yeah,
it's like a bullet, man.
You can see how big beef motherfucker can get
bigger than a bullet. It's bigger than a bullet.
Yeah,
and it's moving pretty damn fast.
Yeah,
it's almost equal impact. If you think about it.
I love how the first thing I hear, the second I tune in, is Logan mentioning nuts right in some dude's face.
Nuts in your face.
I know, right?
In your face.
At least it ain't like that dunk that got done on Diddy, where he's like, "I want them in my face, though."
Oh, I did show you, Diddy.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you showed me
fucking
that.
Diddy was trying to he's like, ooh, nuts in my face. Dude. You saw his little nose? His nose, he was like sniffing.
Oh my god, I know.
He was sniffing for him, bro. Like, what? Okay, what was that video? I was just talking about it. It was basketball thing. I was going to show you. Oh,
Curry's
full court.
Full court, yeah.
39 seconds. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, it's like a corner full court, too. So it's like the farthest distance possible. Damn.
He literally is just like, dunk, put it in.
Yeah, here.
Puts it in.
I'll show you guys real quick.
Look at this. Just chucks it. Just chucking it.
You won't see it, but it goes in.
Puts it in. That's like third or fourth one in a row.
Goes in.
Goes in.
Boom.
He's like,
He's happy. He's like,
they all start laughing like, like little kids, like.
I mean, that for real would be like release the inner child type of shit.
This motherfucker deserves to be paid millions of dollars. I'm sorry, no, there's not a human being on earth that can do that. Like, and he's just playing around.
Yeah.
Greatest shooter God's ever made, but he's old. So my point is, all these greatest players of our generation, they're only going to be in the NBA a year or two left.
Yeah.
So now you have all these young guys who haven't really risen to prominence yet.
But they're starting to kind of get their names out a little more.
They're trying to figure the NBA, because it's a franchise.
And industry, they still need to make money.
So they need to market. They need somebody they can market.
Yeah.
So who's going to be the face of the NBA now? And kind of looks like this 7'5" guy from France who's half Nigerian, half French. Looks like he's going to be the guy.
Hell yeah.
He does shit that no one else has ever done.
That almost rained right in my eye.
What?
Yeah, I put that down and then it just dropped, like, try to get me right in the eyeball.
LSD in my eyelids.
His Logan Scene stuff. Since he's not a horror fan, because I asked him about it, he's like, no.
Sorry, guys. I'm not. I have too much anxiety already. I can't do horror.
I mean, see, I mean, it would probably legit mind fucking be like, oh no, like for you, I think it actually probably want to be a good film.
Yeah,
Just on, yeah. But at least for someone like me, but Rose, what do you feel about it? You did say you were going to watch it earlier today. Did you enlighten D? Because, dude, I'm still kind of thinking about that film a little bit every now and then. Like, there'll be some scenes I'll just like, ooh, just pop back in my head. I will admit, there was like some very Cronenberg-esque, like, kind of dark comedy humor that kind of played a role a little bit, that it just like hits you out of nowhere, that like it really lightens the mood in a lot of ways, for certain scenes. So like, because some scenes I'm just like, oh man, this is like, damn, psychological body horror shit right now. And then out of nowhere, it'll just be like, oh, what the fuck? It will do that. And I can see why Paul, has like a Cronenberg, Kubrickian like blend with it, because there definitely were. And a little bit of a garnish and maybe some John Carpenter's like The Thing, and a garnish of David Lynch. I know my friend Harley would love it.
Oh my God! All right, that's the nuts in the face thing I'm looking for.
I had to step away.
Watch this.
Wait,
Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant.
Wait, hold on. I had to step away. Has he seen it or not? No, he hasn't. Oh, that wasn't just nuts to the face. That was like, he almost straddled that shoulder, dude.
He was like, I'm riding you.
I'm about to ride your way. Dude, that was almost a straddling.
Fucking Kobe.
Knocked him down, too. But he was like, oh, shit. And
Kobe's like, bitch, you're in my fucking saddle.
You're my saddle now if you're not getting my way. Damn. But yeah, he hasn't seen it.
Oh, he punked this bitch. He punked him. Blake Griffin. He's on him the whole time. Spin moves him, wraps around him.
Damn.
Dunks on him. He punked that bitch. LeBron knocks this ass dude's down on his ass, like all the way to the floor, face plant.
Right here. Ooh.
Look at his leg. Look.
I saw it.
His ass falls on the ground, face first, like, booker, booker.
He probably got some concussion shit from that, maybe. Oof.
It wasn't that good.
Can see that movie. He does not like horror movies. He would not like it.
Yeah, I'm not.
And especially, like he's saying, he's deals with anxiety and stuff, and that movie would honestly amplify some of it, I think.
Yeah, sorry, man.
I mean, I just kind of know his tendencies and knowing that movie and how I felt about it. Despite my love for it, I'm like, I could see why he might not be into it. Probably would freak out by it. I mean, horror is kind of meant to play into that a little bit, but I mean, some people just aren't, just they don't like that, It ain't their taste, But also just for cinematography and like and all that shit. So spoilers are fine then? Yeah.
Watch, this shit's funny. He fucking points at him after he knocks on him. He puts his ass down on the ground and he fucking points at him. He's like, bitch, I just got you.
So he points at him. He's like, got you. What
Double
the fuck?
fingers, got you, boy. Got you.
What the fuck? Damn.
Nowadays, they're bitches in the NBA and they call a technical foul on his ass.
You're having too much fun. We can't allow. Oh, dude. Oh, I need to show you this video of this swimmer. I think you might have seen it before, where he got disqualified because he went into another swimmer's lane despite beating his own record and shit. Yeah, let me show you, dude. Let me look it up because, dude, you could. There's an uncut version that's like 5-something minutes long. You need to see the whole thing because you could see the moment he wins, the celebration, and then the moment when he like
swimmer gets disqualified for celebrating.
Here, let me make sure I find the right video for you. Oh yeah, it's that first result, that one.
Yep. I guess it's pretty damn popular,
dude. It is. Dude, everybody in there, dude. You'll notice like everyone in that fucking room gets pissed and emotionally distraught too away.
Huh. The channel name is Butt Stroke Swimming. Butt Stroke. Wait. What's this? Yeah, it tells me what the media.
It should say somewhere like what the championships were.
Okay. ACC Swimming and Diving Championships 2024. So this just happened.
Yeah, this happened pretty recently.
1650 meter freestyle, yard freestyle. Okay.
You can also see his friend's speech, about it too. His team member. Because he was the one that was in the lane that he kind of fell in when he celebrates. You'll see it here in a sec. And even though he finished his race, and that's partly why he went over there, just because he'll celebrate, and you'll see it. Not the scariest, but one of the smartest horror movies I've ever seen. I know things like Night of the Living Dead did social commentary, but in this movie, it's explored in such intricate detail. I know, bro. And honestly, what I love about it is that you can get extrapolated to a lot of things. Perfectionism, a perception of beauty, not just in Hollywood, but in society, a perception of insecurity. There's a lot of shit that could be interpreted with it. So I love that. Dude, I'm going to try to see if I can watch that movie again, if possible, because goddamn, it's such a good film. You already said something about that. If they pop by, I'll just let them know. Just turn it off. Just let it air dry. I don't give a fuck. Or close the door. Yeah, that works, please. Is there Jekyll and Hyde thing going on? Jekyll and Hyde? Oh, yeah. Definitely a little bit. I would definitely say there's like a play on to I don't even know. Also, last 8 minutes were fucking hilarious, dude. She threw up a boob. I know, dude. She threw up like a little boob drop. Dude, honestly, dude, that last 10 minutes were fucking amazing. That was like some straight up, like Cronenberg, like also like John Carpenter, humor kind of shit too. It was amazing, bro. Oh man, dude. I'm so glad that you loved it too, because holy shit, man. Thank Paul. I will genuinely simp on Paul for this one. Like, Paul's ego is the one who truly, like, that made that fucking, like, call and was totally correct. Oh, he finally got to the scene where... Did you notice the transition in his face? Like, he went from, and then just immediate drop, dude. And you'll see his friend, he'll eventually pick up the mic and stuff, and get an interview, and he's like, no, fuck that. I'm not taking that. You should be up there, and I'm not going to be up there. No.
He would have earned a bid to the national championships.
And it disqualified because of that celebration, even though his friend already won.
It would have guaranteed him a spot. They only get 8 swimmers in the whole national championship.
And that would have guaranteed it for him.
He would have had a guaranteed spot. Other people would have had to get in on time.
Mm-hmm.
Because his time was the best in history.
And he also, in that record they just did, beat the record by 4 seconds.
So
it was his own record.
So he touched a fucking plastic ring.
No, yeah, he was on top of it celebrating, and his friend.
No, before that.
Yeah.
Before. So they're saying in the race, you're actually
well,
got it wrong. You got it wrong. They review the full race.
Yeah.
And why he was, I've seen this happen before. What happens is you're not.
No, they will call. Well, I don't know if you hear it yet, but they will call it is because of that celebration that he made when he stood up.
They do that in the Olympics.
I know. That's what's fucked about it. Just watch it.
He hugged the guy.
Yeah, after they all, yeah.
He went into the dude's fucking lane and hugged him.
Because he already won, and there's no, it's not an interference into race anymore.
What the fuck?
Dude, I'm telling you, bro, watch the rest of it. It is fucking insane. You think
was this reviewed? Did they overturn it, the NCAA commission?
I don't know what the follow-up is on it, to be honest.
Because this would have to go to a review of, like, the actual heads of the NCAA sports.
I'll assume that it probably did.
These judges will have to answer for what their decision.
Yeah,
it's just like any ref.
Yeah, because literally everybody.
The NBA will get calls wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The refs at the end of a game that just basically change the game, and they get fined by the NBA. The refs, they literally are like, we went video evidence, we did the analytics.
You made the wrong call and you fucked up.
You made the wrong call. You fucked up the game. It's still the other team's game. Like, we can't change, the box score. You know what I mean? But to try and encourage refs to do a better job, we have you're going to get a fine.
Yeah.
Or they get like a $20,000 fine.
Yeah. And all the refs, them.
And that's the fuck thing, because the guy who made the call makes the other guys who didn't make the call, who were like, well, there's no foul there. One dude blows his whistle, now all of them get fined.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, like.
Yeah. Understandably so. Because they don't want shit like that happening.
Well, then it changes the whole outcome of the whole season. Potentially, especially towards the end of the season where there's only so many games left.
Yeah, and everyone kind of expects, this cool, rise to, journey kind of thing with that guy. And just to have a crush because a bunch of refs, got a little butter because fun detected. We must not allow this. It literally was fun detected. Fuck that. Basically.
You know what? This guy, he's just going to have to use that as fuel.
He probably did. I mean, listen to his friend. Listen to his friend when he eventually gets on the...
He's going to have to go underdog mode.
I mean, listen to his friend when he gets on the headset. Yeah.
But he's going to have to go underdog mode. Like, they're trying to count me out.
Well, I'm pretty sure they challenged it, but I just don't know the follow-up and results of that incident. I'm assuming that...
The race was over.
There was, I think, only one other racer that was still having to, finish his lane, but that was nowhere near where they were at. And it wouldn't interfere either way. So it was just a bullshit, disqualification. And I also know Sam and his friend have matching tattoos on their chest, too. It's like a little diamond or something.
I saw that.
Yeah. So they're really close friends. So, it's not like they have animosity or nothing. They're buds. And
Wait. This is where...
Congratulations on one hand. Do you have any idea what happened and your emotions right now? I think that's the dumbest rule in swimming. Owen beat me fair and square and keeps me on that toe of the podium. He was excited. That's a huge run from him, right? He earned that, and that's his emotion, right? That's what
he earned it.
Sport of swimming when we do well. We train all year on a moment like that, and to have him disqualified, I think is the dumbest thing ever.
Fun detected, disqualified.
He was trying to say, I could see he was trying to hold back some cuss words, right?
Yeah, I know. You could see he wanted to say
dumbass, not dumbest.
Yeah, you could tell it's like that was the dumbest ruling. It's like he wanted to say that was the fucking stupidest ruling I've ever fucking had. He wanted to unleash so hard. He was just trying to be family friendly, but he probably cussed out some motherfuckers, dude.
He's gonna take it. I'm not standing up there. I'm not taking it.
Yeah,
I'm not taking it.
If anything, if they give it to him, it's like, no, it's going my buddy over here. Fuck that.
He works so hard every day.
Yeah. I was wondering going into this movie, if I could try being contrarian. Quite frankly, I don't see what all the hype is about. This movie is quite route and offers nothing new, but no, it's legit good. I know. Rotes. Oh, well, it's very rotes. I mean, I love the originality of it too, despite, having a lot of overlap and inspirations and kind of themes and stuff. I mean, I suppose the only thing I could potentially critique it is maybe certain things were a little too overt, you know what I mean? Like there was a scene with the flowers, you know, after she got fired, saying you were amazing. Yeah, he's straight crying.
Was literally in his like deepest ditch in front of the whole world.
Yeah,
he can't hide it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be able to either.
Oh my God, can you imagine that right now? Like being in like that. Oh my God, that would hurt so bad. Like
that's how he probably is, dude. Yeah. Dude, that's like the most wildest video, bro. Like I said, I don't know what the results were of that at the end of the day, but dude, even everyone in the comments are just like either memeing on the judges because they're dumb fucks or just saying no, he deserved it and blah 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 and shit.
I'm gonna find that was 7 months ago. This should have been resolved by now.
Yeah, see if I can look up some details, see if find his name or something. Just for shits and giggles, I'm looking into the bad reviews of the movie. Oh, I do kind of want to know what the bad reviews are. If it's just people being like, I thought this was going to be like some drama or something. I didn't think it was going to be so disturbing and disgusting. Or it's too sexual. Wow. Oh my God, I kind of want to know. I am curious now. From user Graham O. Demi is nearing retirement, or maybe she was focused on Ashton and his drama. What the fuck does this even mean? Nothing that Demi is nearing what? That might sound like a bot, dude. That sounds like a bot review. That is so random. Fuck you, Mom. I'm gonna turn the music down. Albert B. Not really a movie for theaters. Better for streaming.
The issue is that Lloyd didn't interfere with another swimmer because Dant had already finished as well.
Exactly.
That lane's race was over.
Yep.
Both lanes' race was over, so he didn't interfere. It's not a celebration thing. It's not. You can do it, that part of the pool isn't part of the contest anymore.
Exactly.
So
they tried to disqualify him because he interfered, because he was celebrating, because he fell into that lane. That's what they're.
And he also didn't jump into the lane of another team. That's his teammate's lane.
Yeah, exactly. Everything about that was bullshit when it came to that disqualification. Everything. It just really felt like, you know, a bunch of like prude judges were like, that's so fun, I detect. Let me use my super hyper autistic technicality bullshit to justify this disqualification. There's no fun allowed here. This is a civil sport. What? Not actually critiquing the movie. Yeah. And even, honestly, I think it's good to be in theaters.
Oh, wow. It's not the, because it's an ACC conference championship, it's their decision. It's not the NCAA.
Oh.
So it's final. There's nothing the NCAA can do.
Oh, so he just got fucked.
He did. There's nothing they can change about it.
I'm sure, dude, I bet he could sue.
Everything, it's all back in March. There's no new updates on it.
Damn. That fucking sucks, bro. Fuck.
That homeboy has better race his ass off in the Nationals.
No shit, man.
He earned that spot for his buddy. So you better...
I guess so.
You better work even harder.
I mean, he's pissed off, you know, so I imagine he's like, you know...
I'm going to work so damn hard and I'm doing this for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what you were supposed to do. With the better... Obviously, he was more talented.
He earned that, and he should have.
The guy obviously was more talented, had better work. He literally said, this guy works his ass off. When somebody says that, I know I've done some sports. And when you say this guy comes to work every day and works his ass off, that means he works harder than I do.
Yeah.
You're not going to say somebody works harder than you.
Yeah, you don't say, oh, this guy works his ass off. Yeah. I mean, dude, I say the same shit with some people at my work. It's like, yeah, I know this person, or I used to work this guy.
I do that too. I have a couple of workers who work their ass off. You know?
Used to have a fucking Ethiopian migrant that... Yeah, I used to have an Ethiopian migrant that...
Part of me is like, you're kind of stupid. You're getting paid the same to work harder. But okay, whatever.
Sure, but yeah, I mean...
I had domino shit, so...
Yeah, I mean, like, because I had an Ethiopian migrant that was on a work visa that was working for us for a little bit. And dude legit, like, was probably one of the most hardest ass working motherfuckers I have met. Legit. Dude, like, there would be times where I'll be like, all right, well, I'm about to finish up the front. And I'll be like, about ready to mop. And then I'm like, look in the back, and he's done with everything. He just has a mop bucket sitting there on the edge, ready for me to use it. I'm just like, he's just sitting there on his phone for like the next 30 minutes. I'm just like, damn. And it's like 8:30. It's like, shit.
It's already done.
I know, dude. And shit would be good. I would just double check just to make sure. And yeah, it was all good. I was like, fuck. Definitely a guy that, like, really, gives a fuck about making sure that, puts his worth in. Well, speaking of prudes, check out this review from a no-name account, which I didn't even know you could do on Rotten Tomatoes. You can certainly see how the director was influenced by Lynch, and particularly Cronenberg, but unfortunately, she is no Lynch or Cronenberg. A movie that's supposedly mocking our impossible abuse, and is sure, like, oogling its naked female star, the movie is bad. File this under r/whoosh. Oh my god, for real, bro. r/whoosh. Also, I like kind of the foreshadowing of, like, those judges being like, man, wouldn't it be nice if their boobs are on their face? And then there was like a boob that was birthed out of her, the monster's face.
Based as fuck.
Wait, go to Star and Seattle Seahawks. Wait, what do you do?
Look what he said. His quote.
To all the women, I just want to say, it's not right. It's country. Oh, okay. Oh, on the fall of Roe v. Wade. Oh, I thought he did something. I thought he was like, I'm sorry, folks. Okay. I was like, wait, did he do something? But no.
He's probably the most important player on the Seahawks right now. And he's literally just like, it's fucked.
Yeah. Oh, what do you think about, like, where they're going to potentially put that big...
We need more big men like this.
Oh, yeah, for 100%. Yeah, 1,000%.
Need to be like, yo, man, I'm all cool, but you're not. That's not fair.
Right, yeah. And also...
women bleeding out in their cars.
Yeah, or even being charged with manslaughter or some shit because, God forbid, they have a miscarriage or something in certain states like Texas.
True that.
Yeah. And also, there's been statistically more deaths from women in a lot of these states because of this shit. And of course, sadly, a lot of statistics happen to predominantly hit black women more than not.
True.
Also, what do you think about, like, where they're going to put the new baseball stadium in Portland potentially?
You heard about that.
I know, yeah. I've seen where they're going to put it. I'm like, I don't know about it putting it right there. It just seems like
It's already been bought and purchased.
I know, but I'm still kind of like, I don't know about putting it, like, there necessarily. Just because...
Not a bad place because the Max is close.
Yeah. It's just like other elements of traffic.
We don't need another baseball team, though. We have the Portland Pickles, and then we have the Hillsboro Hops. We don't need another baseball team. That's stupid. That's just
I didn't even know we had the Portland Pickles.
Yeah, they're pretty popular actually. What are they gonna take?
I've never heard of them before.
They're gonna buy out the Pickles. Pickles. The Portland Pickles.
What a name.
It is kind of though, because like the mascot, it's very mascot-y. A man in a pickle.
It's just a dill pickle just running around.
They're the Pickles, man. Like,
what the?
Very Portland. There's this pickles.
What? It's okay.
The Hillsboro Hops make sense because a lot of the hops were like they were grown out there. That makes sense. We don't need another baseball team. We need a football team. That's what we need. Like, we're getting a WNBA team in 2026. Now we're getting another. We already have two. We have the Timbers. We have the Portland Roses, the women's soccer team.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have women and men's basketball and soccer. Then we have two baseball teams. Why do we need more baseball? Baseball's not even that popular here. And be honest, like the people.
I mean, I think it's probably maybe to attract a Seattle crowd, maybe because I know
Seattle's huge on the Mariners.
I know. Maybe like away teams and other shit.
We go up there to watch baseball.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they're just, that's the only thing I think of is they're trying to like siphon,
It's going to be the weakest market in the MLB.
That's why I'm wondering about, like, I mean, why is...
They're not going to be good.
Like, I figured, because I always, know about that lot, and I'm like, why? They could have made that into so many different things.
But they're not going to get enough money See,
to really justify it, and you know shit's gonna be overpriced there when it's fine and said done. Oh my god, I can't imagine what it cost there. Ugh.
$35.
Oh no, especially like next 10, 15 years when it's done. Oh no. That impactful whole oh wait, what? This review is from KM's Classic. This movie gets high score mainly because the guy and or lesbian is what the fuck? We get to see full on nudity. The gore is equivalent to The Walking Dead. All right. But the story is not that impactful. The gore is the equivalent of Walking Dead. No, it's not. The Walking Dead is pretty fucking tame. Well, the early seasons weren't, but well, I don't know. It's kind of hard to judge sometimes. But the gore is equivalent to Walking Dead, but the story is not that impactful. Hopefully there will be a lesson in the consequences of chasing after a goblet filled with the fountain to use, but it fell short of that. The concept was trained in the movie. Could have better ending. I thought the ending was nice. I thought it was a little weird that like Elizabeth Sparkle was kind of like a weird jelly, like, you know, lopsider from like the fucking, you know, like All Tomorrow's books or some shit. Like this, like I thought that was a little weird, but just her kind of being like, I'm finally at peace over my little star and kind of having a little psychedelic trip and kind of, you know, with the DMT in her brain being like, the memories of not being a fucking, you know, outcast or whatever, and then just like melts into just a congealed blob of shit, I guess. It's French. Yeah, sorry, they aren't prudes about their bodies. Yeah, they're not. And honestly, like, for me, yeah, there was a lot of sexuality in that movie and nudity and stuff, but what, like, as a dude, was it supposed to give me some tingliness? I suppose, like, you know, when you see, you know, like, you know, the new, younger version of herself, I was kind of like, oh, okay. Is this supposed to be kind of like the young Elizabeth Sparkle here? Nice. You know, I'm not gonna lie, you know, there's some sexiness going on there where I was like, cool. But it was like for that one scene, and after that, it's like, all right, anyway, movie? I mean, honestly, I think there's like a little bit of everything for people, you know, in that shit. I mean, because at least for me, it's like, you know, it's not about like the whole, you know, oh, well, you know, it's like, you know, being the weird freak, you know, kind of like, what is it? You know, like, you know, the misogynist, like, you know, CEO and shit. I reacted to the All Tomorrow's author once, not directly. He was being interviewed on a friend's stream, but he answered my questions, which is pretty... Oh, hell yeah, that's cool. Dude, that sci-fi is pretty awesome. If I understand, like, the author actually is pretty, you know, active with talking with people and shit, so... I mean, from my understanding, he's actually not even that hard to get in touch with if you want. In fact, from my understanding, he's actually even, like, you know, looked at people doing animations and kind of bringing the world to life, so to speak, in All Tomorrows. Like, he's interactive with people who have made videos on that shit. And it's like, you know, and a lot of those people are like, oh my god, yeah, you're interact with me. But it's like, I mean, that's kind of his forte. He actually loves it. Like, at some point, it just exploded. Because I found it on YouTube's algorithm, and I think like everybody else, that's how they found it. So, you know, once he realized it exploded so much because of one dude's like analysis video, he realized like, oh shit, people really do love this.
Life is good. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
Das ist gut.
Das. Where that dog at?
Locked up in a laundry room.
Where my dog?
Zukov, you big butt.
Doggo.
You big booty boy.
Doggo. Hey, little boy.
Booty boo. Booty.
Yeah.
Look at you, little goof. Boo.
Boogie.
Oh. Goofy little doggo. Goofy little doggo. Sheila Bean. Come here, boy.
Such a calm dog.
No, he's a lazy bean.
Very calm.
Come here, doggo.
Oh, what was that, Mr. Cop? Was that a crinkle treat?
Come on. Oh, you know, I was deceiving him. He's like, yeah, I know that ain't for me, bitch. Fuck you. Yeah, he knew. He's like, no, I ain't going that. Damn. Ugh. Man, I'm so glad this fucking cold bullshit is finally starting to go away. A lot of that flemminess is mostly gone.
You heard about this shit where, like, supposedly China and India are going to war over some encroachment in Bhutan?
Like,
it's like a silent war of some sort. I don't know.
I mean, I know that China and India have border disputes, and they kind of had like this weird agreement of not having like guns and shit
They're
near
like
their
both
border.
technically invading each other through Bhutan.
So it's like Bhutan, like just is like somehow being used as a proxy.
Yeah, and they're like both invading Bhutan. We'll have to see the developments on that one because I know they've.
It sounds like that might just be some long-term dispute shit too.
I know that they've had border disputes for like 50 years.
Yeah, dude, they have like medieval battles out there and shit.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding, dude.
Yeah.
You can look up some of the weird like conflicts they've had over it, and they'll just be like medieval peasants in modern military equipment, almost just like whoa, like running with clubs and like these blunt pole arms. They're not like actual axes, swords, and shit. They're just like blunt things and like rocks, sticks.
I don't blame India because China's trying to build a dam on the Brahmaputra River. That's the one that goes down and through. And what China can do is put a dam there, and then anytime they want, they can just release all the water all at once and then flood downriver. And
which would flood India, basically.
India, Bangladesh, they'd destroy all those people. So all those people got to do what China says now. And I don't blame India saying, oh, fuck no, you're not going to do that. We're not going to allow this.
Oh, hell no.
Don't blame India.
It's kind of, it almost seems like kind of the same thing with Ethiopia trying to like dam the Nile a little bit.
No, they're not trying to flood people downriver.
Well, I know they're not doing that, but like
they're just trying to have
kind of robs of the waters, you know, and shit almost.
But why should Egypt and Sudan have the water when the water is in Ethiopia?
I mean, water's like, I mean, that's kind of the tricky question about a lot of it.
You know why? Because Britain said, oh, all the water should go to Sudan and Egypt so we can make Egyptian cotton. That's what happened 100 years ago.
Well, I mean, I know the Nile has been very important to like Egyptian agriculture just for, you know, even during its empire days and shit as well. I mean, so, you know, way, you know, from thousands of years ago. So it's just one of those things of like.
But the 80% of the Nile's volume that goes into Egypt and Sudan, guess where that water comes from? The Blue Nile, which comes from Ethiopia highlands. So I kind of disagree. It's a continued colonialism shit that they're trying to pull. Ethiopia has every right to try and use a renewable energy source to develop their country from a second world nation into a first world nation.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with that. I mean,
what they need to do is have more partnership between them. Like, okay, you're losing some food resources.
Well, that's kind of, I mean, where my critique comes from a little bit. It's not really being against it. It's just more about, like, you know, I guess kind of how they're going back, because they're kind of disregarding, like, the government. They're going to give all
their citizens who don't have electricity. That's huge.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
Take their country out of a second world country and put it into a first world.
Yeah.
That's good for the world.
Yeah. I mean,
Ethiopia becomes a stable.
I just know with, like, concepts of, like, you know, river water and stuff. Like, because, I mean, when you have, like, you know, these big, long, vast, you know, like, I mean, the Columbia River is in Canada, at least initially as it starts, and goes into the U.S. I mean, and all these other things. So it's just kind of, I don't know.
We work well with one another, though.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's just like, when it comes to, like, water rights, at least when it comes to rivers, when you have, like, a river going in from either one country or another or multiple countries, I'm not like...
Historically, Ethiopia had no right to the water.
Well, yeah.
Which makes no sense when 80% of the volume comes from their river.
Sure, yeah. And they do obviously have rights, you know, to the waters that are in their nation, of course. You know,
have some right to the water.
Yeah, obviously. You know, like, it's, you know, I guess, like, for me, it's just like, you know, when it ends up, like, potentially having, like, other...
War?
Maybe, yeah. Well, whether it's, like, water wars
or... The Egyptian president said, water is blood.
And water is life. I mean, they ain't technically wrong.
He's like, and we'll go to war over that.
And shouldn't be that way. Like, I mean, because obviously there needs to be, you know.
Well, I mean, kind of Egypt's the one who, it's their fault because back in the 70s they tried to build this dam, the Ethiopians, and you know what the Egyptians did? They blew it up with their missiles and shit. Now Ethiopia has a big enough military. They have anti-aircraft guns and shit to protect their projects. They have enough military presence to say.
Well, I think they had to develop a lot because of Eritrea and a few other issues.
And
there's like a few other kind of things.
There is a proposal that Eritrea and Egypt will merge. I think they'd be more powerful together because they would give Ethiopia a seaport. It's a landlocked country.
Yeah.
And then Eritrea would get all the population taxation power and what they're doing with the Grand Renaissance with the electricity.
Yeah, just kind of make it like a different state, you know, to like Ethiopia.
Partnership.
Yeah.
Which would be, imagine if Ethiopia was a seafaring country that had the 7th largest dam in the world. And they had a large young population that has a high birth rate, that is somewhat educated and can produce, kind of like Mexico. That would be good for the world. That'd be good for Ethiopia.
Well, yeah.
Egypt's just like, that's been ours.
Well, plus they're partially like a dictatorship that is backed by the U.S. to a slight degree. Not completely, but at least a little bit. And, you know,
that's why they had guns before Ethiopia did.
Yeah.
Because of Britain and the U.S.
Yeah. We still have some relations to Egypt right now. I mean, there was like Egyptian gold with that fucking Menendez guy.
Could I get a mook of the book?
It's actually going to grind some more up anyway, so.
Thank you, sir. I'm more in support of Ethiopia on this one, to be honest, man. Like, yeah, Egypt has more population.
I mean, it's not, for me, it's not really like, you know.
Poorly mismanaged their funds. They haven't done right by their people. And they've had
I mean, because I think they're under a dictatorship anyway. Yeah.
Colonialism behind them for over 100 years. So they're kind of underdeveloped for the amount of backing they've had.
Yeah. Which,
and they're underprepared. And now Ethiopia is finally, by like digging, scratching, penny pinching, crawling.
And almost been colonized by like Italy and other countries and shit.
For decades, they've literally done the little teeny bits and built up just a little bit enough of might on their own. And now they have enough might to like say, oh, we're going to the next level. And then Egypt wants to be like, no, bitch, that's ours. And you didn't do anything with it. Like, they're just trying to give their citizens better water, better agriculture, and electricity. And you're like, had all that for hundreds of years, and you're still exploiting your people.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like, it's not really about like supporting one or the other.
Who's trying to do the right thing? Like,
sure. Yeah.
Ethiopia's.
Which, I mean, I think, you know, if they, I suppose, like, because I'm not like
who's the one to fight? Who's the one antagonizing, saying we're going to go to war and kill you? Egypt is.
Yeah.
You see,
I just think, you know, like,
going after Egypt? No.
I mean, I suppose, like, you know, the government of Egypt might think otherwise, you know, if you look at it from their perspective, but it doesn't mean they're right.
Like, please don't fuck with us. We're just trying to build a dam and, like, get electricity. And then fucking
because, like,
Egypt's like, no, that's ours. And then Ethiopia's like, bitch, this is ours, actually. Look at the science.
I mean, a lot of it, like, for me, it's not trying to support one or the other. I mean, like, because, I mean, I think a nation, obviously, you know, any nation, you know, deserves water rights, but at the same time, it's like...
The Nile River watershed and how they handle it, the 11 countries within the Nile River watershed and how they choose to handle what they're dealing with.
It's a mixed bag, and a lot of it ain't good.
No, it's actually projected to set the precedent for, what's it called? Watershed, water rights conflicts for the future.
Well, that's kind of what I mean. It's like, that ain't really good.
There's a lot of different nations that share major rivers.
Yeah. And that's kind of like where my conundrum's coming from with it. It's like, how do we solve like a collaboration of
peaceful and a solution that fits, that helps both people?
That's kind of where my criticisms come from. That's where I'm coming from.
I agree with you. Yeah. That's what needs to happen.
Because, like...
But if that doesn't happen, I'm more in support of Ethiopia.
Yeah.
the thing is like, are they going to go to war? Because if they do go to war, that's going to set the precedent for other.
I suppose like how would they invade each other? Because there's Sudan that's in between them.
Peer-reviewed
Sudan and South Sudan.
Peer-reviewed like papers I've read on this subject. They're like, this is literally going to set the tone.
Yeah.
For the next, because we're going to have water wars.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, Kamala unintentionally said that out loud years back. Soon there'll be wars over water.
Likely there will be, and
it's not really likely. There is going to be at some point.
If they can set a precedent right now with Ethiopia and Egypt, hopefully.
Well, maybe in that region there wouldn't be as much, but I mean, other places.
No, if they can show that it can be done when they're at gunpoint with each other, and then they end up being each other's best friends. Because
I mean, that can actually end up help set a precedent, being like, hey, if we can fucking do it, then
people are saying, if they can do it, that will set a standard for
especially if it's like a good, strong collaboration deal and stuff. Because with a dam, it's not like you have to have it like sealed up forever kind of shit.
If it's more profitable based on what they set, the standard they set, ends up being more profitable than going to war. Other leaders, when they have the same conflict happen, they'll say, what makes me more money, going to war or actually collaboration?
Yeah.
And let's be honest.
Human collaboration is
probably always going to make more money.
Well,
long term.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of short-term wars, racket, profiteering bullshit that's going to be happening too.
But not if you have a huge precedent set that is standardized
in the global cooperation. Yeah, because there needs to be more than ever.
It's big. It's top 3 most important river systems in the world, probably. The Nile River, like
absolutely, yeah.
I was gonna have one, but okay.
Oh shit, my bad. My bad. Oops.
You finish it.
Yeah, I will.
Finish it. It's whatever. It's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal. But like, I think that if they could set the precedent, does that really need to keep going? Like, I don't know why it's turning on again.
Just open it. There you go.
That's fucking drying up, dude. That's basically 99% dry. That's irritating.
I know, seriously. I don't know why I don't know why he opened. I don't know why he turned it on again.
We'll set the precedent, whether it's war or collaboration. That's basically it right there. I honestly think they'll both be more prosperous if they just work together. Like, all right, how about you give us some of that energy that you produced in exchange for some of that water we think that we're owed?
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Like, okay, we have less of energy costs. So now we save money. Now we can just buy more water for somebody. We can buy water
like build water pipelines, potentially.
Yeah, just
or at least like maybe like, hey, every 2 months or something, we'll or at least during farming season, we'll have the dam at 50% capacity, and then open it up a little bit.
Let the water drain down to Egypt a little bit.
It's not like there can't be a deal that's made, but because there is a lot of catastrophizing about it.
Oh, we're just gonna keep all the water here forever.
Yeah,
that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and I never really thought that either myself. I just have kind of reservations just because I want more collaborative effort about it and knowing if that's actually a thing.
They can literally say, okay, here's more water. They can do that. The thing is, though, Ethiopia is trying to use the water for irrigation so they can have more agricultural produce too. So
and I guess where a lot I don't. I just know that Egypt also relies a lot on that for irrigation as well, and that's kind of where my reservation came from too, because they rely on the same kind of shit too in a lot of ways. When it comes to the river.
If you think about it, have less of a right to it just geographically.
I suppose.
Blue Nile River. Blue Nile. It basically only exists in Ethiopia. The end of it barely comes into Sudan. The river's this long, right? It goes like this through Ethiopia, and then Ethiopia ends, and then it goes into Sudan, the capital of Sudan. The Blue Nile doesn't even make it to Egypt. It's not even. It's not even part of Egypt. So I'm just kind of like, I don't understand why they're like.
Well, the Blue Nile specifically as a river isn't, but
80% of the Nile River water volume that makes it to Egypt.
Well, I mean, that
comes from the Blue Nile, not the White Nile. That comes from Lake Victoria down in Central Africa.
Well, I know. I mean, it's just like a lot. I mean, I guess that's just like technicality of like how much water rights, is owned, basically when it comes to like these other countries. But
you don't understand the history of the water rights because colonialism said all 100% of the water belongs to Sudan and Egypt.
Yeah, well, it's not like I don't get that because the British, were like the biggest colonial empire in Africa around that time and pretty much called the shots.
That was totally wrong, 100% wrong. Now
I'm just talking about like the current nations.
The other way now, 80% of the volume now is completely under Ethiopian control. Like it's two extremes. We just want colonialism to state sovereignty over what. Which one takes precedent over water rights? State sovereignty or colonial edict? Like, you know what I mean?
Fuck colonialism and shit overall. But like,
so which one do you think is more important? State sovereignty over water rights, or
at least I'd say like a
nation's water rights. I'm not talking about what's right. I'm talking about what's right in the end. I'm talking about just on a technicality law part. You would think that the person who really has the power would be the state sovereign. It's their river, not anyone else's.
Yeah,
the Nile river watershed is 11 countries. The Blue Nile, it's one country, Ethiopia. It just doesn't make sense to me that anyone should be able to tell them what to do with their water.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the main difference. It's like, is dictating how they ought to, say how to do it.
What does your friends have to say about this? Like, what do they think? Like, Rose Black, what do you got to say about this? You think that?
I mean, he's been kind of looking at negative reviews from, the movie and stuff. I don't know if he's.
So apparently the movie wasn't as good as you thought, huh?
No, he loved it. He just wants to look at the negative reviews for the memes. The bad reviews of The Substance on IMDb are much better. It just took some of the titles. Absurd, plotting, and miserable, small-minded, incoherent, nonsensical, disgusting. Truly one of the worst films I've ever seen. My personal favorite. Nauseating, catering to sick perverts. What the fuck? Damn. Dumb.
I ate so much harder.
Oh, yeah.
You loaded me a fat bowl.
Oops, question mark?
Fuck you. Cheers, brother.
So what's going on with Ethiopia? Been meaning to try some of their food. It's about like the dam that they've been wanting to build on the Blue Nile and stuff, and talking kind of like about national.
It's built. It's already built, and it has water held back.
So it's already done.
It's the 7th largest dam in the world.
Oh damn!
They literally, you know what they call it? The Ethiopian Grand Renaissance Dam.
Oh shit!
They have huge ambitions, Ethiopia, with this dam. They're going to revitalize their country. They're going to become a first world nation with it.
Cool.
They're trying to catch up to other African countries like Nigeria. Nigeria is about to be a world power. You know that?
Yeah, because I know
they are educated. They have well-sophisticated universities. Their population has tons of water, tons of resources, tons of ore, tons of everything, and they're tech.
Yeah.
They're like educated. They're not like just now. There's multi-generations of intelligent, educated people in Nigeria. They are very well, because they have the Nigeria River running through it. They have so much good resource. It's like a little cradle of awesomeness in Africa, Nigeria, and no one can stop them. They're going to be huge. They're projected to have as many people in Nigeria as the United States in about 10, 20 years.
If they have that many people,
and they're all educated.
But I mean, having that many people in that small plot of land.
It's not that small. It looks smaller on the map because of the warp. The map's warped, you know. Towns, countries in the center look smaller, and countries to the north and south look huge. It's actually a really big country. It's bigger than most countries in Europe.
No, I'm not saying it's like a small
and
country.
they're doing a really smart. They're doing really smart like housing and because they're just now building. They don't have to overcome all this like fucked non-grid. Like Europe has major housing issues because they have all this historical stuff. They can't. They have to build around. You know what I mean? Like they have a really tough time trying to build housing because they have so much shit they're trying to preserve that's non-grid, non-modern. You know?
I know what's going on here, Wakanda, dude. Yeah, it's like the future, dude. Down Nigeria and Ethiopia.
It is.
They'll just unify and become like the two unified states of Wakanda.
100% right, actually. No,
weirdly enough, yeah, it might. Well, it won't look like actual Wakanda.
We're not talking
dude.
about like weak, like Mexico working age workers. We're talking about working age workers who are fucking scientists. Like Nigeria is about to go off, bro. Everybody's saying it. No one doubts it. It's just a silent thing. The West doesn't want to acknowledge that black people can be
smarts.
as good as us. Oh, Nigeria, you know what it takes to be a world power and to fully industrialize and be a world power? There's 4 major resources. Some form of energy like oil. Then there's natural resources, their agricultural surplus, and then labor. You got to have all those things.
Yeah.
And a lot, like Japan, one of the reasons they failed, they didn't have the oil. They didn't have the natural resource.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they had to kind of like try to expand and conquer.
That's why they attacked Pearl Harbor. We fucking boycotted them with
oil tariffs and shit.
And then they're like, well, they literally had their administrative people and their generals. They went to school in the U.S.
Yeah, Yamato was like, one of the.
They were friends with people in the U.S. military, and they literally like have whiskey drink together. Like, yo, man, I don't want to have to go to war with you, but my emperor's crazy as fuck, and I have some weird like Japanese fucking like
honor system
shit that I have to adhere to because it's like my ancestor shit. You just like you got to understand, I might have to go to war with you, and I don't want to because I think you'll win. Like these are like literally whiskey.
Yeah, I mean, Yamamoto specifically said that we've like woken up the waking giant, by doing that shit.
That's one of the guys I'm talking about.
Yeah,
he went to school in the U.S. He knows what we have. And he's just like, dude.
What about military? Well, then again, it didn't pan out well for Sparta. Yeah,
it didn't pan out well because a lot of reasons with Sparta. That's a whole nother discussion, honestly. Like. I don't even know if that's comparable to nowadays. That's like very cultural. They have all these.
I think it's just mean as a joke more than anything.
Yeah, I get it, but like they had all these hoplite slave farm workers. Why didn't they teach them how to be Spartans and shit? Like they had a lot of cultural reasons why that shit probably failed sooner than it should have.
It's a risk as soon as you mentioned the Sleeping Giant quote. My mind instantly went to Godzilla. Not necessarily, because the whole point of Godzilla is kind of a critique on nuclear weapons and shit, and at least in the original form of Godzilla. So, who used nukes? We did. Kind of makes sense. Here, take a pee-pee.
Good music. Doggo. All right. All right. Nice.
Little mutt.
He's a goofball.
Eventually, you need to stop doing that. You know why? Like, I know it's fun and all, but eventually you need to stop doing that.
I'm not doing that much.
Homie, like, all 100% stop. You know why? One of the biggest reasons why dogs like ours, German Shepherd, Border Collie breeds, they start slowing down and dying quicker. Joint problems in their hips, in their joints, their shoulders, you know. Once they can't run no more, lower life expectancy.
I mean, when it like, you know,
That's the major thing that happens. You can't run no more. That's it.
I mean, when you think like have, you know, like stretches and stuff, when it, you know, like be that bad for them?
They're not made. Think about dogs and wolves. They didn't made to do that. They're not made for that. In fact, them jumping up on you on their hind legs and giving you a hug, that's bad for them. Like long term, they're not made to do that movement. I'm not joking with you. Like this is actually vet. This is what vets say.
Well, I ain't
He's young.
but...
He's young and shit. But Vito, he be jumping like he don't see. He has hops. Do you know that?
Dude, I know about his absurd little ass.
No, dude. I'll get his toy. I put it up like this. He will like swing his ass and do like a fucking jump swing. Uses his ass, the spin, the weight, he be like swings his body. He'll do like a fucking 360 up into the air. No, this dude's fucking athletic. He's crazy, but he's athletic as fuck. He literally jumps, and then he be like, he doesn't think about the landing.
So he just kind of plops on his head or something.
And then he misses the toy, or he'll get the toy, and he'll hold on, but he'll be like legs just like all four legs just give out. He can't land the fucking kickflip. Like he be doing shit like that. And I'm just like, we cannot do this forever. It's gonna destroy your fucking health. You guys are made for running like flat on the ground shit.
I knew that was gonna fucking happen. Maybe focus on getting Sukov more calcium. Yeah. Maybe, you know, see if there's like a little calcium thing.
You need to work his ass. I'm gonna fix up my bike stuff. And we're gonna all go on bike rides.
He is not good with that. I've tried a lot. He
did. I taught him to do it.
Every time I've tried with him, he does not know how to get out of the fucking way. Like he always wants to like, you know, cut in front of me.
You have to control him. Super short leash. No, I'm not joking. It's like this. You get.
Well, that's kind of the issue because he wants to like, you know, sniff something over here, and he'll be on like this side and like literally like knock up against the bike and shit.
You have to be floor general and like bully him. And it's a workout. It's not a tight play. I'm not joking. And eventually,
well, even when I walk him, it's not like, you know, just casual.
Pulls hard. Is he a tugger on the leash?
Pretty frequently, honestly. Like every tiny little thing, he will always like bolt for.
Vito like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like.
He's a little more chill.
I mean, he can be chill sometimes, but he's fucking annoying sometimes.
I'm just
because he'll even be in the mood. Like,
all right,
sometimes he'll be chill, and then sometimes he just wants to fucking do his own thing.
We'll kick it. You bike with Jazzy or Vito. I'll bike with Cop. Okay, because I've trained like 4 or 5 different dogs on the bike now. I know how to do this. You have to. You get a long leash for when they're behaving, and you want them to smell shit, right? It's long. Then you have to wrap around your arm and get it short like this long of a leash. We're talking like, and you're just here, dude. They literally can't go anywhere. You're wondering why? Because on the bike, you're a tall guy, right? You're 6'2". That's pretty tall. You do is you stand up on your bike like this, and you just tilt. Your body weight and the height and the leverage. I'm not joking. Like this. You have them taunt, right? They're taunt. You don't want to have that loose shit. You want to always keep the dog's leash tight, like an even tightness. You know what I'm saying? It's like boing, You know what I'm talking about? When you got that,
you're explaining the same thing like 5 different times. Yes.
when you got that, you go like this, and your body weight and the bike's weight will literally just pull them with you. And
well, I might need to get a new vest for
got,
him because he is not often, but he's slipped out of that thing before.
But also, my other thing is, you kind of need to talk to them. Like, you got to command them on that shit. You're like, leave it, let's go, run.
I do with him. I do that. Every time he stops, I'm like, come on. Like, you know, I always do that shit.
Well, then why are you trying to act like you don't want to do it? Let's do it sometime. Let's bike with the dogs. I think even he'll see the example. He'll probably want to keep up with Jazzy and Vito. If anything, it'll probably motivate his ass. It is social.
Maybe.
He's like, I want to keep up with the group, you know? That's woof. That's the herd mentality shit, you know?
Hopefully. Because he can be a pill about shit like that sometimes.
I think we should do an easy bike ride first, right? Because Vito and Jazzy are out of shape too. They're not what they used to be with the run-ins. They used to go hard. Now they're like, I got lazy because you were watching too much Netflix with Brianna. Pretty much, bruh.
Like little cat dogs. Sleeping
I
around, lazing around.
haven't run them consistently as hard as I remember. I used to run the fuck out there. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, let's go on an 8.
Anymore.
We're gonna go on an 8-mile bike ride, and I'm gonna literally just throw the frisbee for 3 hours straight to make you guys like can't fucking breathe hardly. Like I work like some fucking football coach shit I was doing to them. I'm like,
I mean, why? Let them have a break. So if they're doing that shit, that's not good for them either.
oh, they get water. They get break in water. I put them in the shade with the water. Come on now. One reason I run them so hard is they behave better once I've ran them hard, too.
Probably a lot more, you know, not as energetic anymore.
They'd be like cat dog instead at that point. Which I'm trying to have that. I want only cat dog in the house. You'd be crazy dog out there on the field. And Jazzy, she loves it. Vito, he's more like Zukov. He don't want to run. He want to go sniff instead. You know what I mean? He like,
yeah.
But I smelled something, and I'm not taking no for an answer. You know what I mean?
That really is Zukov in a nutshell. Like, he refused to take no for an answer.
Jazzy, she's like, I'll come. Let's work. She's like, let's do some work. I'm a badass girl. I work hard. I could run her till she dies. She'll want to take a break, and then I'm like, okay, take a break. And then I pick up the toy, and she's like, okay, I'm ready again. Just me. She thinks I pick up the toy that the work's over, that the work is like back on. And I'm like, literally, verbally told her, I'm like, go lay down, let's chill. You know? Your tongue is like 3 times as large as it's supposed to be. These fucking dogs' tongues are so fucking long, dude. When they're you know what I'm talking about? When they're sweating. That's how they
dogs
sweat.
don't sweat.
They sweat through their tongues. You know that?
Well, because they can't sweat. They have to breathe, you know, but mouth breathe, basically.
But they also have sweat out their mouth. You never notice the foam?
That's them drooling, usually.
No, that's sweat, too. It's part of the sweat stuff. They actually do sweat. It's through their mouth. It's a real thing. And they also don't get boogers. You know where they get boogers? Their eyes.
Yeah, they get little eye boogers.
Yeah, eye boogers.
But they got a lot, you know, snot like shit in their nose.
They're like us, but
they got snot in their nose and those shit because, dude, there's a few times Sukov will be like right in my face, go, and I just get sprayed. I'm like, no, you fucker.
Oh, no,
don't.
It's not, but it's fluid. It's a fluid.
Whatever it is, man.
I don't know about mucus, but it's a fluid.
I mean, whatever the fuck it is. It's the dog equivalent of that.
Vito do that too.
Dude, dog equivalent of like the, you know, nose snot, whatever, you know? Whatever that is.
Jazzy does it a lot, man.
He does do the little, but he doesn't really like, you know, unleash shit anymore. Jazzy, not that I'm aware of. He hasn't hit me in the face of it yet.
Jazzy will be cuddling with me, and then she's like, I love you, kisses. And then, like, I'll be right here like, oh, you little baby dog, give me kisses. I'm like, oh! I'm not joking. This happens a lot, dude. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I
I'm like,
that sounds.
I literally like get out of here, and then I'm like, fuck that, I'm going to the bathroom now. I'm washing. We're getting this off my face. Fucking got all this spray. You're right. I don't know. It don't feel like boogers, but it's like spray.
Yeah.
It's like all over, all these little droplets all over my face. Ugh, nasty as fuck, dude. They are probably one of the best parts of my life, though. I'll say that.
Oh yeah.
They'd
He
be
is, for me too.
tough little buggers sometimes, though.
I know Zukov's a little absurd little bean. Especially when I like in my bed, he always likes to either curl up or like stretch out and like roll around and be like, "Come on, raise it with me." And just me while I'm in my bed, and it's like, bruh.
Let's definitely do some bike riding shit.
Yeah.
We could fucking. This would be cool. Oh no, my dogs won't work. It was
What?
like we biked to a karaoke bar with the dogs.
Well, that would only have to be my dog.
He said that would only have
Yeah.
Jazzy and Vito. They couldn't do it. I don't think I could get.
Jazzy maybe.
Yeah, no, she's not gonna pee on nothing.
Yeah, well, I'm not worried about that with them. It's more about like
bark at somebody for a sec. She'd be like, "Dude, Frank,
Well, Zukov used to kind of be like that way too. Like he always likes to meet new friends too.
All I'd have to do at that point, it wouldn't be that bad. All I'd have to do is pick her up and be like, "Your friend."
Yeah, and if anything, just like
say hi to Jazzy.
Yeah, if anything, all you have to do is just kind of keep them a little close and be like, "Hey, chill."
Which is actually better than them like jumping on them. Like she's like, "I think you're gonna be my friend." Bark, 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 jump. The bark, bark, bark. Jump feels like you're gonna bite me. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
People are like, "Whoa, what the fuck, Jazzy?" And it's like, no, she just likes you. I have to explain it, and then I usually end up picking her up and like, say hi to Jazzy.
And she's just, and I know her little face too, that little goblin face. It's like, oh,
no wiggle, wiggle.
I know, the little wiggle wiggles. She has the cutest little wiggle wiggles.
She's a wiggle monster.
She really is.
Vito wiggle monster too. He don't wiggle like my dogs.
He will sometimes if he's really excited, but you have to kind of really get him excited. Be like,
he's more like womp womp.
I know, yeah. I know. He's like a little womp womp.
Womp.
It's not a wiggle wiggle. It's a womp womp.
Vito just no, like in rhythm, like little. They're like little ass wiggles at the end, like they like. You'd be like Vito. He is sporadic about it though. And then he's like, "You touching me?" Oh. He has so much weird anxiety. Jazzy and him, they're just dogs.
Yeah.
Vito's got some crazy
Vito's
shit.
like, he is a little bit of a nut, dude.
He's got some crazy. You seen him? What the fuck? You're petting me?
He always does his little whines too. Dude, he is a little weirdo.
He's like, I thought you died. I thought you died.
Dude, I'm so, I'm glad that Zukov didn't have like some of those little aneurysms. I will admit.
Vito has that though.
I know.
Jazzy's like, I'm happy to see you.
I wouldn't mind.
You see Jazzy, she's quiet. She's like, hey,
oh, hello. Yeah, like him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, hello, you're back,
and
Dad.
then Vito's,
oh my God.
Yeah.
You rose from the dead. Holy shit, you're back. Yes. I must howl and bark to celebrate! I know, those little lines and shit, dude. Dude, honestly, these days, sometimes Zukov don't even give a fuck. He'll just be on his little chair in his little throne and be like, Dad, you're back. What's up? I will wag my tail and say hello. Do I want to leave here? I think I will this time. Like, he will. Sometimes he'll just stay there.
That's how Jazzy is with everyone who comes home but me. When I come home, she's like,
All right, yeah.
But not her, she's silent about it.
Yeah.
She's like, she won't even jump. She don't like jumping because she have weak back legs.
The one time he will actually freak the fuck out if I'm gone for a long time. Like, usually in between my work break.
Vito's.
Not like that. He'll do kind of what Jazzy does. But a little mixture of both, like the silence of Jazzy, but like the aneurysms, like, oh my God, Dad, you're back, kind of thing. Like, because, when I went to Seattle and I came back home,
Does he do this? When you're petting on him?
No, he kind of just like does this little, kind of
does that too.
Yeah, he's like,
but then when you're petting him in a way he likes, Like he's got.
Oh, for him, he just stretches his legs out like, oh my god, he got my favorite spot. Yes, and just stretches his back legs. Like he just. That's
they don't do that. That's
for him, he's just like, oh, stretch the back legs. That feels amazing. Yes,
that's
amazing.
That's uniquely to him.
Yeah, that's a little unique thing for him.
They don't do that.
Dude, he's a little sploot stretch monster. Like
Vito may have done that once or twice here and there, where he's like, yeah, stretch. Okay, now keep going.
Yeah, dude, he's
just
a goof.
like holding it like stretch, hold.
Yeah, he'll hold it for a good minute, get a good stretch in, and he'll be like, all right, yes, ooh, here, do this over here, ooh, over here. You know, he'll do some shit like that. He
never like be like, ooh, that feels good, and he's like, that feels good.
He doesn't do licks or nothing. He just kind of gives me this little like, this that.
He does that, but then he'll be like
do some licks.
He'll be looking like at the spot. He don't look at you. He looks at the spot you're scratching. He's like,
I want to groom there too myself. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, some shit like that. He's like, oh, that feels good.
Man, he seems like a little weirdo, man.
He's got so much shit going on in his brain. He's ADHD dog.
He really is an ADHD dog, dude.
Bro. He's fucking ADHD. Swear to God.
Imagine like, the worlds he would conquer with that little fucking brain of his. Holy shit, dude. The psychotic, like, insanity.
He's not aggressive. He's not a little. He is. He's manipulative.
Well, he's not even that aggressive. Like, he'd be like, bitch.
I am emperor, and I will manipulate you to get what I want.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I know there's got to be some mannerisms. Like,
Vito not like that. Vito's not like. He's not that smart in that way.
He's a little too aloof.
Vito's like, I love you.
What kind? Well, not like utterly aloof, but like Luffy. Like. Blah, blah, blah.
No. There's a lot of shit going on in this brain. It's a lot of fear and anxiety. I swear to God, he second guesses everything. This dog.
Well, I know. Like, I mean, I'm trying to wonder. Like, when it comes to like the uniqueness of these doggos, because like I know after a certain point, dogs tend to take up from their owners a lot. So I wonder about like
Zukov is very different from you, though.
I think with the last day fair, just like, just chill. I mean, because he's kind of like that. I mean, he's literally locked himself in the laundry room for fuck's sake, just chilling in there for some reason. That is
some weird emo dog shit.
I know. It's like
he's like, bye.
I'm just gonna be over here. Just
he learned to literally close the door. My dogs, they're the opposite. They hate closed doors.
They want to open it. Oh, he'll open it. He'll just like bonk and just like bump his whole head and just bam, slam a door wide open, or at least paw it open if he can.
If I'm like going up to my room and I'm like, if the dogs want to come in, the door's partially cracked, and they're like, they can go and open it with just the crack.
Oh, he'll do that. If I'm in the bathroom and
I never shut the bathroom door.
Me neither.
They hate it.
I don't want to tell them. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I want to tell them it closes until I wait
for
him
to come in. Are you dying in there? Like.
Dude, do you realize how much when it comes for me just to take a shower? When I have to take a shower in the fucking bathroom, oh my God, it's so annoying. If it's not, on the same night that I give him a bath, holy fuck, he hates it. He'll be like, whoa, what are you doing in there? Why is there water? Why are you in there alone? Ah! Like, that's when he gets, like, Vito status, actually. Like, even my dad gets annoyed, and I have to open the door crack.
He's afraid of water.
I know. It's so weird.
My dogs used to be afraid of water, and they still kind of are. They think moving water is mean. It's like I wonder, they don't like baths. When I'm on the river.
Oh, he hates baths. Oh my God.
When I
have to literally like plop him in that fucking thing.
And they'll fight and kill.
I didn't like have to move him purposely and forcibly. Like, all right, nope, you're moving this way so I can get to this angle.
Yeah, no.
Or now you're moving over here so I can get this angle.
No, you have to. That's the only.
Dude, because if not, he'll just sit there.
It's a workout too.
Yeah, because he'll literally. Not really. He'll just literally like hold himself as hard as he can and be as far on like the farthest end of the tub.
That's more like.
Or try to like, if he has an opportunity, he'll try to climb out, and I'm like, nope.
That's Vito.
Yeah.
Vito in a nutshell of the baths. Now Jazzy is like, you're trying to kill me. I'm gonna bite you.
Oh. Nah, he could never do that.
She's like,
he just sits there like,
she don't bite,
she
don't bite me, but she's like, I'm like about to pour it on her head, And then
she's like, ah!
she thinks I'm trying to drown her or some shit. That's what she thinks. I'm like, no, I have to get the shampoo off your backhead and your neck. And she's like, trying to get out of the fucking water.
Oh my God.
Like, full bite, trying to get out. And I have to be like, I grab her by her shoulder muscles on her legs. I just control her like a pigeon.
Like a pigeon?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, I got your wings. I got your chest muscles. You're not going nowhere. And I'm just like, water. Get in there. I'm literally having to pin her.
Damn, dude.
She's tougher. She's
stronger than she looks.
She's got short hair, too. So she's easier to rinse, and it's way shorter.
Yeah.
But it's longer to wash her because she fights me so hard.
Oh, my God.
Vito's just like, okay. What the fuck, dude? And also kind of like, this is the end of the tub.
I could get out here, baby. Let me out.
I'm looking for my opportunity to jump.
No shit,
you know
dude.
what I'm saying? Like, he'll be like, okay, I can jump now, right? And you're like, no! Fuck no!
It's even worse, like, right when I turn it off for a second so I can dry him off.
Yeah,
because
that's the worst part.
Yeah, because they were like, oh, I'm out now.
Or shake.
Yeah, they'll
and your whole bathroom's wet. And you're completely wet with dog on you. Now you have to take a shower.
Well, that's why I usually just take a shower whenever I do it with them, because that's inevitable. Like, because I'll, like, dry them off really quick, but, you know, to get the extra details.
After 2 dogs, it's inevitable.
Yeah. And eventually.
I always think I can do it and just do it without getting anything on me. And
because as soon as I, like, dry them off really quick, it's just enough.
I've gotten close a few times where I'm like, okay, I got 1 dog not to shake on me at all somehow. I like, stay. Grab the towel. And I just literally pick them up and
just like,
I wrap their whole head. Like, guys will be blindfolded and shit. I literally just, gotcha. Okay, put her down. And I'm just like, shaking them off. And then I pick her up with the towel and I go outside. And then I let her loose. And then sometimes I get Vito to do that. But I never get both of them to do it in one day. I've never got both dogs.
Only one or the other.
I've got one or the other. And there's one time where I was literally so close. Like, I was probably like a month or 2 ago I watched him. I was so close. I was like this close. I was like, got the towel, and I seen it. It was Jazzy, I think. And I'm like, she did the with her head. There's like the twitch before it comes. And I'm like, you don't do that. Don't you do that. And she...
Well, at that point, you just have to, like, just throw it on her and just, like, go for it.
She didn't stop. No, she was just like, I'm getting it all.
Oh, my God.
She knew I didn't want her to do it. She's like, I don't care. You tried to drown me.
Damn.
It's workout with her, especially. Vito, it's just because she's so damn heavy.
Yeah.
I'm just like, drag, angle change. Nice.
I saw that coming.
That was fucking clutch.
That was the clutch shit.
Fucking, all right, angle change, and it's just like, he just drops his weight, dead weight. He's like, you can move me, but I'm not complying.
It's just, you're going to have to use me as a deadlift.
I'm not going to, like, fight. I'm not shaking. I'm not death rolling, but it's like,
I'm just going to sit here now.
He's like, I am a rock to the ground. And he's like, go. Then you got him, and he's like, oh, okay, I went.
Oh, my God. Dude, Zukoc could be the same way in so many different scenarios. There's a few times
it's like, you turned me okay.
Yeah, there'll be a few times where I'm like, I have to go back to work, and you'll be sitting in there, but he don't want to move. He'll literally be like, I'll open the door, and he's still there. He's like, I'm like, come on.
That's not Vito at all.
Yeah, and I'll be like, let's go back to work, and be like, You'll do that and groan, and I'll be like, come on. I have to literally pick him up and be like,
with the bath?
Well, not just a bath sometimes. Well, with a bath, he'll be like, oh, I'm going to be like literally either
run away.
Yeah, either in here,
run away,
my room, anywhere, dude. He's got multiple spots where he'll be like,
like, this is my fortress of Helm's Deep. Like, You will not get
he
me
knows
in
bath
here.
time because I'll like close as many doors as possible and set the bathroom. I'd be like, come on, let's go. And he'll stop right at the bathroom.
Now,
He'll be like, no.
Vito was that way. Now I usually can be, and with the skunk, it wasn't that way because he knew he was in trouble even before that. He didn't think bath was coming. He just thought like he fucked up with the skunk. He didn't understand bath was coming.
Oh no!
And I'm like, you dumb fucking dog. Now it's your turn. I'm done with Jancy. She's the hardest part. Get your ass upstairs and get in the tub. Because I usually, when it's time for a bath, I'm like, no. I'll be like, all right, boy, let's go. Come on. We're going upstairs. He thinks we're just going upstairs to the room to hang, in my room. And then I'm like, no, you go. I open the door bathroom. He's like, what? The dread just drops. He's like, me? Getting bath?
Yeah, because he heard the word and he knew it. And he's like,
I'm like, you go.
Just smelling up our whole apartment. Like, do it now.
You need to go in the bathroom now. And he'll be like, like zigzag a little in a corner. He's like, I don't think I want to. And then you just get him like, right here. I'm like, you go. And then he actually does. He'll be like, fuck, okay, I have to really do this.
All right, I guess so.
And then sometimes like, all right, hop in the tub, Vito. Jump in the tub. You jump. I'm not going to force you in. You know what I mean? Sometimes with Jazzy especially, you have to pick them up and then drop them in.
I have to dive him every time. Like, as soon as I get him in the bathroom, I literally have to drag him up to it and pick him up. And his back feet would literally be on against the side of the tub, be like, no! And I have to, like, flop him in there.
Vito is weird. Like, he's weirdly obedient when he's in trouble. Like, he gets in trouble, and I'm like, you come here, right here, right here, right here. And he'd be like, I'm crawling there a little bit at a time. Okay,
Sukov will sometimes do that. Not always, like, but sometimes.
I'm going to come, but I'm going to come, like, super chill and, like, scared at the same time. I respect you. Don't hurt. Don't do shit. Don't put me in cage. Don't do nothing, you know. He'd be, like, very, like, chill about it. And I'm just like, well, at least you know you fucked up.
Right.
And I'm just like, you sit up. You don't do this. And they'll, like, let him go most of the time because he was so, like, I'll do what you say. I'm going to come and listen. Now, Jazzy, I have to go find her. She does. I'm like, bad Jazzy. And then she runs.
She runs off.
And she hides in, like, tiny places. I have to, like a cat, pull her out.
Oh, my God.
And then I'm like,
little thing.
Then I'm like, you bad dog. And I, like, spank her. You know?
Which I don't know if she necessarily needs, like, that. I mean, give her, like, a little, like, no.
Especially, you don't know when she's in the corner, she goes, I'll bite you.
Well, I guess I don't know what her behavior is.
Sometimes she had a biting problem as a puppy. Yeah. It was bad. You know, her mom was a fighting dog. She got that little, like, fighting dog kill you crazy in her. When they play fight.
I mean, I guess I just never have
she's a little crazy.
Seen that out of her, honestly.
You have not seen his dog, then. You ever seen them play fight, Vito and Jazzy?
Oh, yeah, I've seen a play fight.
Vito's like, play. Oh, you got one. Got me. That was a good move. Yeah. Oh, I'm out now. Okay, now we're playing again more. Now Jazzy's like, I'm going to fucking choke you and bite your fucking neck. And I'm going to bite your fucking leg and then bite your dick. And I'm going to bite you.
Jeez.
And Vito's like working. And then Jazzy's like, she's like warrior shit
like
on him.
Demon shit or whatever the fuck. Like, what the fuck, dude?
You never seen them do this?
Not the way you're describing.
They do it on command. I'll be like, get him. And they start.
I've never heard them do this shit. Like,
I'll just be like, Jazzy, get Vito.
Play a lot.
I'll be like, Jazzy, get Vito. And then Jazzy's like, and then Vito's like, defense. And then eventually, after a minute or so, he's like,
a little hyperbolic.
They be going hard, man. They're fucking intense.
I know they go hard.
I didn't teach them to do this. They did this on their own. Especially after Jazzy got neutered, she became like, I'm top bitch.
Yeah, don't got that estrogen anymore, so now it's a little more testosterone.
Before she was submissive to Vito. You know how many harnesses I've had to buy because he would like to grab her
and like rip it off. Her. Oh my God!
Yeah, they would be playing, and he'd get frustrated because she's faster than him in the short distance.
Mm-hmm.
She gets to the 10 feet faster than he can. he's faster long term. Like his top speed's way bigger than hers. He's powerful, but he's like a sprinter. It takes him a while to get going. She's like, I'm there. And he will just, he can't get the toy. She's just dominating his ass. She's not even like, okay, you can have one. I'll let you catch one. She's just like 10 in a row, bitch. And she gloats about it. She's like, yeah, I'm top dog. I caught it, and fuck you, I'm faster. And she'd be like, nowadays, especially like post surgery, damn, it's very different with her like demeanor. But she always was getting the toys quicker than him. And then he would get mad, and he's like, well, I'm not even going for the toy. I'm just going for you now. And now
sibling rivalry shit, basically.
Yeah, dude. And he would grab her and sling her. He would grab her harness and fucking sling her, dude. Some football shit. Like, I was like, God damn. Couple times he threw her so hard she would, he like hurt her leg or something. She like rolled over on
like sprained an ankle or something.
Yeah. It was like really mad at him. That you could imagine how pissed that would have made me, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into that, but now she bullies him. He's all defense now. He's like, damn, she's so quick and she's so hardcore.
Probably got like a little existentialism from it, maybe.
Jazzy's like a fucking storm on his ass. She's like, and I'm not stopping. I'm just going to keep coming. He'll roll over and be like, oh, you got me. And she's like, I got your throat, bitch. And he'll be like, okay, let me go. And he'll like wiggle out and shit. The thing is, it's a good thing she have no teeth. She literally she's like toothless.
I mean, she's got some jaws
Not
on
like
her.
him and they are.
Sure, yeah, dude, he's got like some mean like
And
canines on him, but he
then-
never ever uses them.
Yeah, and then Vito,
just like worthless.
Vito don't use them either. But Vito's got this thick ass.
Yeah, like he does too. He's like, woof.
And he's
Super
got all
thick.
this fur, so it don't hurt him. Her bites.
Yeah.
She never made him bleed, nothing. Never hurt him. He's like, okay, you win, bro. Like, if he was hurting, he'd be like,
Yeah.
he'd say something, but. And then he wiggles out and he's like, play. Like, he's not, you know what I mean? Like, running away or nothing. He'd be like, play. He has no sense of danger, Vito.
Neither does he. In fact, it's honestly the opposite with him. He looks at danger, thinks it's a friend. It's weird.
Sometimes Vito be like that. He'll just like, can I just walk in the road right now? And there's a car about to hit me.
Oh, dude, Zukov is kind of oblivious like that.
I'm just like, get your ass back over here right now.
For real.
Because he's too far to actually run and grab. I'm just like, you just need to listen right the fuck now.
Well, I just always, keep him leashed up as long as, I'm out and about, for the most part, because I don't trust his ass.
If Vito will listen, I'll be like, get your ass over here right now. And he does.
The only time I might unleash him is like, during hikes or something. But beyond that, I just don't trust him.
Yeah.
He'll wander off and want to sniff every tiny little fucking thing.
I take him to the park, and he does to an extent, but then I have tricks to make him, like, follow us.
Yeah.
Me and Jazzy playing.
I mean, I guess I like parks too, when I want to like throw a ball for him and
he's
stuff.
very tribe mentality. He hears himself being left behind, and then he's like, "Oh shit!" And he'll sprint like 30 miles an hour back to us.
Yeah.
He'll be like, "Oh God, I forgot you went that. You're way the hell that way. I'm getting left behind." I'm like,
Sukkot will be like that sometimes because I'll go over to that old elementary school that I went to and.
I live by an elementary school. That's what I do. I
play with him over there, and he'll like want to sniff every little thing. But if he's far enough away where he can see me and he comes over to me, but like he will just wander off and just do his own thing half the time. And then once he's done with that, then I'll play with him. But then he's like, well, I wandered around and ran around everywhere because I want to piss and shit on everything. But well, now that I want to play, I use a lot of energy doing that, so just play a little bit, I guess. So I usually bring a ball for myself to play in the courts at that school.
Basketball?
Just to throw around with it. I mean, I don't actually play it.
That's nice.
I mean, I wouldn't say I play basketball. Because I have an old one somewhere around here, and I'll just like bloop. And sometimes at school, he will sometimes. He'll run around for it.
My dogs will fucking harass and steal the ball from you. They literally like.
And sometimes the school will have like a because that school I'm talking about, they'll sometimes have a ball just laying around the court still, and I'll just pick it up and just play with that too. I'll just make sure I leave it, where I found it, and just once I leave.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Vito and Jazzy though, that's their favorite thing. Actually, is basketball. They like throwing balls in the field or frisbee.
He loves footballs though. Like he will chase after a football. He likes footballs. I think because they're a little more chaotic, and he's like, oh, it went this way. Because he will do that for bugs and shit. So I think it kind of ignites that weird little.
I'm gonna hunt it.
Yeah. In a weird way, yeah. Because that's why I got a few football toys.
They like the basketball because they think the ball's bouncing out when it hits and it goes that way. They don't think I'm doing it. I think that they think that it's
just its own thing.
Its own living
entity or whatever.
Entity that's moving around.
Yeah.
And Vito and Jesse, they will literally jump up on you. And I'm like, they'll jump on me. I'm like, around the back. Like, I literally have to do like all these fucking moves just for them not to steal the ball from me. And then when I shoot, I have to be really fucking close by. Because if I shoot from far away and I make it, they're gonna run and get it, and then they volleyball that shit. Like they literally.
Oh my god!
Fucking goes like 20, 30 feet off court into some grass, and then I gotta run after them because if they don't get there quick enough to tell them to not fucking bite the ball, they're gonna pop the ball.
Right? Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, this ball, we got it. Let's kill it."
Damn.
But hey, the thing is, you can get like a $5 basketball at Walmart. So I just play with those, and if they pop it, not a really big deal. But I do try and encourage with
them not to do it anyway.
Yeah, to not pop.
Because obviously there's unintentional, moments, or maybe at home they'll just find it and just chew on it or whatever.
No, I keep it away from them.
Yeah.
Vito has done that too many times, too many basketballs. He loves basketball because it's like a leathery material.
Yeah.
You can chew on it.
Yeah, he likes to chew.
He likes to chew on it. He'll rip it up. He'll have a bunch of holes in it. He'll have like 5 holes in the basketball. He'll just rip up. He'd be like loving that shit.
Shit.
But then it still floats in the river, even like that.
Oh yeah, because it's kind of like a buoyant.
It's still buoyant.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is still a dog toy.
Pretty much, yeah.
I can throw it at the park. He's gonna run after it. It's his favorite thing is a basketball.
I think that's why Zukov kind of likes footballs, in the same way. I think, just any of those balls, but
like, they think it's like a dead animal skin or something.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Vito's like, yeah. So I'll just take old fucking basketballs that I don't give a fuck about and play with them, and then he'll pop it, and then I'm like, okay, this is your river toy now.
Take a little pee break real quick.
We need to get fucking Zukov into the swimmings.
I mean, he's tolerant of it for the most part.
But he's not like, I love my toy so much, I'm going to run after it into the river.
Yeah, he's not about that. Not yet. Though he's getting there, I think.
Dude, they love swimming.
Yeah, Zukov is like a little tolerant of it.
You know how Vito, he go, I take his toy when I throw it really long into the river, and it's really far away in like the middle of the river in the Clackamas. He'll be like, this is at Riverside where it's like slow.
Yeah.
Anyways, he'll be like, as he's swimming after it.
Oh my god.
Because he thinks it's in trouble. He doesn't like moving water. He doesn't like, if you jumped in water, Jazzy and
it's
Vito.
Almost like some beaver shit. It's like moving water, I can't abide by this.
They would literally, if you jumped in water, Stefan's done it a few times. He'll dive in. He's a diver in our guy.
Yeah.
And they'll just feel like, and they want to jump in after him. I'm just like holding back both dogs, like, stop, you're not jumping in after him. He's fine.
Get wet right now.
He's fine. And they think you're in trouble. When they see you in water, they think you're in trouble.
What the fuck was this? I tried to pick him up, but then he just flopped. What was that? What the fuck?
He probably wanted belly rub.
Did you join the buddy? Where did you get the pop?
Good dog.
Oh my god, look at that leg go. The legs are going.
Oh, you hit that spot, huh? You hit that spot. Little nerve ending there.
It's like, boom. Yes. your legs.
See, that's what Jazzy will do. She'll just sit in front of you like that.
Yep.
Vito will twist and thrash about. Vito does the.
What's that little sassy little smack? Oh, damn, you goofy boy.
It's so weird, dude. I see a lot of your dog and my dogs, but it's so different too.
I know, right?
So fucking different in ways.
You're just a weirdo.
No, it's not as weird as Vito. Vito's the ultimate weirdo.
Yeah. You're somehow the least weirdo of them all.
The only way he's more weirdo is he be humping shit.
He does. Well, he's actually pretty tempered by that now. He doesn't do that really. I
Good.
haven't seen him do that in a long time unless there's another dog around.
Be humping shit.
Yeah, he'll hump a dog, especially male dogs. But
I thought he humped a guy once.
He did.
Yeah.
You know, like when he was like 2.
At the bar or some shit.
Yeah, well, he's a little tempered now.
Empty anyways.
He has not done that to a person in a long time. It's just other dogs. Like, if he's friendly with other dogs, he'll eventually try to do a little mountain thing. Mostly to male dogs, but he's done it to female dogs too, so he's definitely got a little testosterone in him about that. But he's been tempered about that a lot lately. It actually has not been bad. You've been a good boy on that. You're not a horny little fuck like you used to. Little freak. Come on. Doggo. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Goof. I just still want to play pool.
Are you down, actually?
I don't know. We still have time, I think.
Yeah.
Last time I checked was before midnight.
It's not that late.
Oh. Well, 12. Yeah, sure.
I decided, my brother literally said this. Mother, I'm going to kill myself.
Oh my.
And I'm damn straight to make sure that you pay for it. Yes, Mom, you're going to pay for the shit job you did. Just trying to blame her for why he is what he is.
Dude, he is a fucking weirdo, dude.
Well, anyways, you're supposed to care, but apparently you don't sort of really give a fuck, Mom, at this point. I guess you're going to have to deal with your mom and dad issues as well.
That's like legit, like kind of psychological, like abuse bullshit, honestly.
And by the way, my hair is the same that you have, genetics. Mom hates Michael's hair. She's very mean about it. Unreasonably mean. I've told her to quit it. I've told her many times. Shut the fuck up about his hair.
Oh my.
His hair looks fine if he just combs it real quick.
Sure, yeah.
No big deal. Like, he just he'll be like.
So I thought the worst thing about my mom about that was just like, you need to trim it.
He'll be like drunken hair shit. Like,
where it's all like kind of
and
shaggy
oily,
or whatever.
Oily and dripping over his face. And you can't even see his eyes because he's going caveman. No, I'm
just
not
like
joking.
unkept kind of weird shit.
Yeah, I'm like, he doesn't really need to just take. All he needs to do is wet his hair and comb it. It actually looks pretty good because he has some long hair now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just wet it and comb it, it looks fine. I had to like beg him to do that before court though. Like today, he was going caveman again on me. I was like,
oh my lord.
Mom was like, you need a shower. You need to do this. She was all over his ass.
Probably rightfully so, honestly.
Yeah, I was with her. I was like, yeah, dude, you need a shower.
Shower and just like brush up a little.
And then I'm just like,
I mean, even if you're not gonna take a shower, change your clothes and just like wear some cologne and brush your teeth.
I had to make him change his clothes too. He did. Yeah. He did listen to me on that. I think he kind of did like having nice, newer clothes. I think that eventually I was like, look, this is nice. Put this on. He was like, that shit, but this is nice.
What the fuck, man?
I'm
You're
like,
such a weird
and then
fucker,
I'm like, dude, that shit is your shirt, so fuck you. You're the one who picked it out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not choosing these clothes. This is just what you gave me. I washed.
I need to know what the fuck, bro. He's
such a weirdo.
I know. What the fuck?
That's how I still know he liked some of the shit I picked out because he put it on for court.
Sure, yeah. So I mean, what the dude?
Then he embellished. You know how you have that leather jacket I would say you like. I had one like that. It was a little too small for me. That's why I keep bringing it up.
Yeah, but it would fit with him.
I gave it to him. And it does look good on him. It fit him. He wore that to the.
All right. Well, he got a little. He got a little Riz game going.
He ended up actually looking kind of good, like with the clothes, but he looked like
fucked in the face a little.
Face was drunk as fuck. There's no denying it. Like he was plastered.
Oof.
Anyway, so he's like trying to threaten suicide shit,
even though he should probably be feeling good right now. What a weird motherfucker.
That's why I'm gonna just
on one hand, like a manipulative, abusive bastard, but
kill him with the kindness and just keep on saying, "Wow, that was such a great thing that happened with your court."
I mean, honestly, that's really
the best thing to do right now.
Yeah, because there's no reason for him to be feeling that way. Yeah, that's literally just a kill him kindness.
So I said, "Stay alive, Michael. You're my brother. I love you, and you're needed. It's gonna be okay. I understand why you feel suicidal." But actually, you had a big win today. This is more of a reason to start healing and building. You're important. You can do it. It's gonna be over. It's gonna be great. You can do it. And then I'm happy that you had that shit dismissed by the court. That's justice. How
can you fuck on that? I guess.
How can you fuck on that? He's gonna see that and be like, "Damn it, Logan,
you bastard!
Now I can't kill myself." And then he does that. He'll text me like, "Fuck you.
Now I can't use this as a manipulation tool.
I wanted to die. And now you're making me stay alive."
Even though I'm probably really don't though, because he
actually is probably like, "Thank you, but fuck you."
Yeah, because he has too much of a fucking pride ego problem, because deep down there's a subconscious in him that's like, yeah, you're right. Basically,
He does listen to me at times.
Yeah. And I think the rare times where that kind of
like, if I hadn't tried so many times to influence this motherfucker,
yeah,
choose different. He doesn't always choose wrong. I'll be like, "Yo, man, that's not a good idea." And he's like, "Yeah." Your dad's the same way, I bet. At times, sometimes you're just like, "Yeah, Dad, not a good idea. Let's not do that." And sometimes he's like, "Yeah," but that's like 20%.
Rarely, but
20% of the time, maybe.
For him, he is a stubborn motherfucker sometimes. So I mean, for
10% of the time, it does happen.
Probably, rarely, but it does.
Yeah, same with my brother. But it's like sometimes people listen to me. You know what I'm saying? And I know that it makes a difference. So I'm gonna keep on trying. That 10% that they take is worth it. You know what I mean? Your dad probably would not have lived this long if it wasn't for you and your mom.
No shit.
You know, you can't. He ain't having a bad life. My brother's had a bad life.
Oh,
his life has been pretty good life.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's an alcoholic. He's got some problems and shit. My brother was like abused at like 3 years old, sexually, and
victim of that fucking shit.
Yeah, and then fucked by this, fucked by his family, fucked by everybody. Like, I'm not talking about me, but like his dad, those people's and shit. And then mom kind of failed him at times. I'm not gonna lie. His anorexia and eating disorder thing had to do a lot with her. She went to food wars with him. And she had pediatricians literally tell her, like, you can't rage at them about what they want to eat. Like, you need to make food a fun thing. If you make it a, like, attack thing, he's going to have an eating disorder later in life. And Michael has, like, an undiagnosed type of eating disorder. We don't know what it is.
Oh, it's definitely something related
to
trauma.
Unique. Well, also the sex abuse with food was used. Yeah.
So he's got like some he just needs to see a fucking therapist or some shit.
That's why he has trouble eating, because it's like a lot of the food is like fastback. Doesn't that suck?
It's a fuck, dude.
That's the only thing I feel sorry for him about. He's fucked himself for the most part, but that...
Yeah. I mean, it's shit in his childhood. He can't, like, you know, fucking be like, oh, well, this is full of it. He's, you know, it was a kid. Well, that little bow was deep as fuck.
What?
Oh, the bow. For a little stream, you know, so we could play little pool or something.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool. We're doing that. Let's do it.
Oh. So I have the last little bit of this off.
I am not going to get much sleep tonight. I got to go DMV in the morning before I go to work. And I also need to get a food handler's permit before I go to work. That's easy, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my Lord. You got.
I'm pretty sure my shit is expired. My district manager, like, I think this morning, was it last night or this? It was recently. She's like, can I see a picture of your food handler's permit via text? And I'm just like, I don't have the physical copy. I'll have to get it for you online. I still haven't got it.
Oh, no. Yeah, you might want to do that. Yeah.
She's district manager. She got a lot of shit going on, so I don't think it's like
going to be a hyper priority. But
like
next time she hits you up, you want to make sure it's there.
No, I do it today or tomorrow, and then I just say, "Hey, couldn't find it online. I kept going for my email, everything, and I just decided to get a new one. Here it is.
Yeah,
it's already done.
Yeah,
it's valid." That's all she cares.
As long as there's a valid permit.
Yep. It's not a big deal, the food handler's permit.
It really ain't the biggest deal in the world.
No.
Yeah.
Plus, they can't fire me. They're understaffed. I'm covering people's shifts this month. You know what I mean? Like, they literally can't fire me. They would be so fucked. The weed gets me a little paranoid. I'm like, they're going to fire me. No, they're not. Especially if I just give them what they want.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, worst case scenario, they'd be like, hey, get a new one by next week or this and that or whatever. But, yeah, like, because I got to know how these things work a little bit.
I'll just get it done before I go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Wouldn't be a big deal. Well, at least now this bow is actually a little better. Yeah, gonna play a little pool.